Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bryant. Welcome back to part 2 of volume. We are going to be talking about volume of a cone. You will need to press pause and title your next blank page in your ISN, volume of a cone. Once that is done, you need to make sure you flip back to the foldable because the very first example we will do will be in your foldable. Then all examples after that will be drawn and done in your ISN. So once you are done, you may press play. What if you need to fill a cone with ice cream? How would you know how much ice cream you needed? And of course, that is volume of a cone. So luckily, again, our star chart, which I gave you on on Wednesday, has the volume formula for a cone or a pyramid. And we're going to do exactly the same process we did with cylinders, except our formula for volume has an additional piece, and that's just taking the third of the area of the base times the height. So in your ISN, you need to write this. What in the world does V equal 1/3 area of the base times height mean? So you're going to draw this in your ISN. Make sure you draw the picture of a cone. So it just means 1/3 area of the base times the height. So if you go to your ISN, this should be the example that you have your ISN. Again, you have a blank space here because we're going to build tables instead of doing this each individual step like that. It'll help us stay organized more. So we know that volume equals 1/3 area of the base times height. And we know that B equals area of, well, your base is going to be a circle, so we know that that is pi r squared. So build our table. We have 1/3 pi r squared times height. Now, up here, it says our diameter is 14. If our diameter is 14, our radius is going to be 7. So I have 1/3 pi 7 times 7, and then our height is 12. So if you do that math, hold on guys, I have to go get my calculator. If you do that math, you know that you're going to have 1/3 pi times 49 times 12. So you would stick that in your calculator. And how do you put 1/3 in the calculator? Well, it's open parentheses, 1 divided by 3, close parentheses. So times 49 times 12. In your calculator, you get 196 pi. And that is about, if we're going to round to the hundredths, and we wanted to change it in terms of decimal, it's about 615.75. So it's exactly the same process we did for circles, but we added an extra number, which was the 1/3. So now flip over in your ISN to the blank paper, and you are going to draw this cone. Cones are really easy. You just draw a circle and then a triangle. There's your cone. Your radius is 3, and your height is 10. Notice the height is in the middle, and it forms this right angle. That's how you know that it's your height. Sometimes they'll say that this is 13. This is not the height because it's slanted. Your height forms a right angle with the base. So, here we go. If we know the volume is 1/3 area of the base times the height, we know that B equals area of a circle, because here's your base, equals pi r squared. So let's build our table. 1/3 pi r squared times the height. draw your lines. So we have 1/3 pi. Your radius is 3, so that's 3 times 3, and your height is 10. So we have 1/3 pi times 9 times 10. So in your calculator, you're going to enter 1 divided by 3 times 9 times 10, and you get 30 pi. And if you were to multiply that by the pi button, instead of leaving pi in, you would get, it's about 94.25. And that would be your answer. All right, another example. Calculate the approximate volume of the cone below. So we know volume equals 1/3 area of the base times the height. I know that my base is a circle, so I'm going to have base equals area of a circle equals pi r squared. Now I know that this is a diameter, so I know that my radius is going to equal 4. And remember, radius is just taking the diameter and dividing by 2. So let's go ahead and draw our table. 1/3 pi r squared times height. So I have 1/3 pi. Your r is 4 times 4, and your height is 7. So I have 1/3 pi times 16 times 7. So stick that in your calculator, and you get 37 1/3 pi. So if you multiply that times the pi button, you're going to get 117.29. And it's going to be centimeters cubed if we put the units on there. And that's your answer. Another example, calculate the volume of the cone below. Leave your answers in terms of pi. So here we go. Volume equals 1/3 area of the base times height. Your B equals area of a circle equals pi r squared, because this is your base and it's a circle. My distance across my base is given as a radius, so I do not have to do anything about my radius. So we can go ahead and set up our table. 1/3 pi r squared times height. So 1/3 pi, your radius is 20 times 20, and your height is 24. Stick it in the calculator. I'm sorry, missed a step. 1/3 pi times 400 times 24. Stick that in a calculator, and you get 3,200 pi, and that's your answer. Well, meters cubed, but there's your answer. To prevent students from knocking over the safety cones during PE, the coaches have decided to fill them with cement. Approximately how much cement will the coaches need to fill the 2 safety cones? Well, first of all, let's talk about what's important. It says 2 safety cones. So I know once I have the volume, I have to multiply it by 2. My diameter is 24, so I know I'm looking for R, so that's going to be 12 inches. And my height is given. So I have what I need to do, or what I need in order to solve this problem. Area of the base times height. Our base is a circle. So B equals area of a circle equals pi r squared. So let's build our table. 1/3 pi r squared times the height. 1/3 pi, 12 times 12 times 18. So 1/3 pi, 144 times 18. And my lines didn't come down, but there's where the lines would be. So go ahead and stick that in the calculator. 1 divided by 3 times 144 times 18. You get 864 pi. But I know that I need to multiply it by 2. So times 2 equals 1728 pi. And if I needed it in decimals, that would be about 5,428.67. Okay, what is the height of the cone below if the volume is 12 pi feet cubed? This is just like number 7 on yesterday's or today's classwork. We're going to work backwards. So again, you're still going to start off with your formulas. 1/3 area of the base times height, and I know the area of my base equals area of a circle equals pi r squared. So let's go over here. We know our volume is 12 pi equals 1/3 pi r squared times height. Now height is what we're looking for. So I know that I need to get rid of this, and this to get it by itself. So 12 pi equals 1/3 pi. My radius is 6, so 6 times 6, and I know I'm looking for height. So I have 12 pi equals 1/3 pi 36 height. So let's go ahead and combine that side first. 12 pi equals, well, 1 divided by 3 times 36 equals 12 pi times h. Well, if I divide by 12 pi to get h by itself, I know that my height is going to be 1 foot. We will watch that video in class tomorrow. If there's any questions, please call, text, or email me. I am available tonight, so make sure you are reaching out if you need help. Again, you can come at 7:30 in the morning if you need help. That's it for tonight. See you in class tomorrow.